Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. You won't believe what just went down with the Los Angeles Dodgers. It was supposed to be a routine press conference, a standard check-in with the media, but instead, fans and reporters alike were left completely stunned as Dodgers manager Dave Roberts seemed to lose all composure right there on live camera. The entire room felt the tension as Roberts' normally calm demeanor dissolved into what can only be described as a public meltdown. He started talking about performance metrics, team dynamics, and then, almost out of nowhere, he mentioned Mookie Betts by name. The crowd in the press room shifted uncomfortably as murmurs began to ripple through the journalists, who were scrambling to get their recorders on before the moment passed. Roberts' words were sharp, laden with frustration and a raw honesty rarely seen in the polished world of professional baseball management. He spoke about expectations, pressure, and the difficult choices a manager sometimes faces, but what caught everyone off guard was the intensity, the emotion, the sheer vulnerability he displayed. Suddenly, the possibility of Mookie Betts leaving the Dodgers didn't feel like a distant rumor, it felt imminent. Fans on social media immediately started reacting, theories and speculations spreading faster than any breaking news alert. It was chaos in the best possible way for those who thrive on baseball drama. What made the situation even more shocking was the timing and context of Roberts' statements. Mookie Betts, after all, has been one of the most consistent performers in the league, a cornerstone of the Dodgers lineup, and a fan favorite for years. To hear a manager suggest publicly, even indirectly, that he might be considering parting ways with a player of that caliber was unthinkable. The tension in the room was palpable, and cameras captured every twitch, every sigh, and every pause as Roberts navigated his increasingly fraught statements. He didn't outright declare that Betts was gone, but the implication was unmistakable, leaving analysts and fans alike scrambling for context. The rumor mill exploded instantly online, with sports forums, Twitter feeds, and Reddit threads lighting up in seconds. People began dissecting Roberts' every word, reading between the lines, and trying to interpret the true meaning behind what was clearly a very emotional outburst. The Dodgers front office has remained unusually silent since the incident, which only fuels the speculation that something significant is brewing behind the scenes. It's the kind of scenario that could redefine the team's future and shake up the entire league if it actually comes to fruition. Analysts have been quick to jump on the story, dissecting video clips, highlighting micro-expressions, and even reviewing Mookie Betts' recent performance statistics for any hint that might justify such a drastic statement. Every batting average, home run, stolen base, and defensive play is now under intense scrutiny, as if the past season's metrics might suddenly explain Roberts' sudden outburst. Fans are split. Some defend Betts, claiming he's been nothing short of exceptional and that this is merely the manager venting frustration, while others suggest that perhaps there's tension in the clubhouse we aren't privy to. Trade rumors, whispers about contract negotiations, and hypothetical scenarios about potential destinations for Betts are now circulating faster than anyone could have anticipated. The narrative is evolving in real time, and every new post, every fleeting insider tip is analyzed for credibility. The sense of urgency in the baseball world is palpable, and you can feel the undercurrent of excitement, fear, and anticipation as everyone tries to decipher whether this is the beginning of a seismic shift or just a dramatic moment blown out of proportion. It's a perfect storm of uncertainty, emotion, and speculation, and it's gripping fans in a way few events have recently. The language Roberts used has become a focal point for discussion. He spoke in terms of performance alignment, team culture, and the long-term vision of the Dodgers, but his phrasing suggested more than just tactical concerns. It hinted at personal frustration and dissatisfaction that, until now, had never been publicly aired. Sports commentators are pointing out that such statements could destabilize the team, creating an environment of unease and drawing attention to internal conflicts that usually remain private. Meanwhile, social media has erupted with reactions ranging from disbelief to outrage, with fan theories proposing everything from secret disputes in the locker room to potential trades involving multiple high-profile players. Every word Roberts uttered is being parsed, analyzed, and debated, highlighting just how influential a manager's public statements can be in shaping fan perception and market speculation. Some insiders suggest that if bets were indeed to be moved, it would trigger a ripple effect throughout Major League Baseball, impacting not just the Dodgers but rival teams as they scramble to assess opportunities, shifts in competitive advantage, and the broader implications for their own rosters. The drama isn't contained, it's spreading like wildfire. Reports indicate that some teammates were visibly shocked by Roberts' comments. Sources close to the Dodgers describe a mix of disbelief, confusion, and concern in the locker room. Players who have relied on Betts' consistent performance for years are now facing the psychological reality that their team's lineup could be dramatically altered. Coaches and support staff, too, are reportedly grappling with the situation, trying to interpret the manager's words and figure out how best to maintain focus amid the swirling speculation. In interviews conducted after the press conference, some players attempted to downplay the intensity, while others remained tight-lipped, fueling further conjecture. The atmosphere around the Dodgers organization has changed almost overnight, from a confident, championship-contending vibe to one tinged with uncertainty and tension. Fans are caught in the middle, desperate for clarity, while insiders work behind the scenes to manage messaging, media spin, and potential fallout. The situation continues to evolve with each passing hour, and the rumor that Mookie Betts could be on the way out remains the most talked-about narrative in professional baseball right now. Even sponsors and partners are reportedly watching closely. Brand associations and marketability are always intertwined with high-profile players, and a potential departure of Mookie Betts could have far-reaching implications beyond just game strategy. Marketing teams are quietly recalculating campaigns. Social media departments are preparing for fan backlash or speculation, and executives are weighing the financial and reputational impact. Meanwhile, bettors and fantasy league enthusiasts are scrambling to adjust predictions, lineups, and valuations, further amplifying the frenzy. The entire ecosystem of baseball, from media coverage to commercial interests, is now reacting to what was initially a single, explosive moment of frustration from a manager on live television. In this sense, Roberts' outburst has transcended mere speculation, becoming a catalyst for conversations that affect every corner of the sport, and perhaps even setting the stage for one of the most consequential off-season stories in recent memory. Fans, analysts, and insiders alike are waiting with bated breath, knowing that whatever unfolds next could redefine not only the Dodgers, but potentially the league as a whole. As the hours passed following Dave Roberts' explosive press conference, the rumor surrounding Mookie Betts' potential exit from the Dodgers only grew in intensity. Insider sources, who requested anonymity, suggested that talks about player movement may have been happening behind closed doors for months, but no one expected the manager to air such a controversial sentiment so publicly. Social media erupted in a frenzy, with hashtags trending within minutes, memes flooding timelines, and fans dissecting every nuance of Roberts' expressions and tone. Analysts on sports channels replayed clips repeatedly, breaking down body language, pauses, and phrasing, trying to decode whether Roberts' frustration was purely strategic, personal, or an emotional signal of impending roster upheaval. The speculation reached beyond just the Dodgers organization, as rival teams reportedly began informal inquiries, testing the waters to see if Betts could become available. Each passing moment added another layer to the unfolding drama, creating a situation where fantasy baseball owners, bettors, and casual fans alike were compelled to stay glued to updates, wondering if the cornerstone of one of the league's most powerful lineups might soon vanish. The narrative became a complex mix of performance analysis, emotional storytelling, and high-stakes speculation, a perfect storm for the modern sports rumor mill. Meanwhile, rumors started swirling about potential trade destinations for Betts, and the list grew longer by the hour. Sources hinted at teams with significant financial flexibility and championship aspirations quietly assessing scenarios where acquiring bets could transform their lineup. Speculation included everything from blockbuster multiplayer trades to more subtle, strategic deals that could balance both salary and talent distribution. Meanwhile, commentators debated the potential impacts on the Dodgers' remaining roster, arguing whether the departure of a star of Betts' caliber could create a vacuum in leadership, morale, and performance. Every statistic from the previous season suddenly became relevant. Batting averages, home runs, on-base percentages, defensive metrics, each figure analyzed for hidden warning signs or justifications for Roberts' outburst. Fans began creating elaborate theories about locker room dynamics, contract negotiations, and even personal conflicts that could have prompted the manager's shocking statements. The rumor had evolved into a narrative ecosystem, with speculation feeding off speculation, where every tweet, post, or insider tip could shift the story in an instant, intensifying anticipation across the baseball world and beyond. Reports from inside the Dodgers organization suggested that while the team was publicly maintaining composure, privately the mood was far more tense. Coaches, front office staff, and players were said to be in intense discussions, weighing options, exploring contingencies, and evaluating potential trade scenarios that could involve not just Betts, but other high-profile players. Analysts speculated that if Betts were to leave, it would create a domino effect, forcing a reassessment of team strategy, recruitment, and even long-term planning. Meanwhile, fan communities online became digital war zones, with heated debates, polls, and speculative simulations dominating conversations. Some argued for patience, claiming Roberts' remarks might have been an emotional misstep, while others were convinced that a major shakeup was imminent. The combination of manager frustration, public speculation, and strategic uncertainty created an atmosphere of suspense that kept everyone guessing. The story had transcended a single moment on camera, transforming into a week-long, if not season-long, narrative of tension, anticipation, and uncertainty that would dominate baseball discourse until the situation was resolved, whenever that might be. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. The implications for Major League Baseball as a whole are equally significant. Should Betts actually be moved, rival teams are expected to react swiftly, evaluating how such a move could affect their competitiveness, playoff prospects, and even market dynamics. Trade rumors are already circulating, some credible, some speculative, with general managers allegedly having quiet conversations behind the scenes. The financial aspect also cannot be ignored, as Betts' contract and marketability make him a highly valuable commodity. Sponsors, marketing partners, and merchandise distributors are reportedly monitoring developments closely, prepared to pivot strategies depending on the outcome. Social media continues to amplify the tension, with influencers, fan accounts, and journalists providing continuous coverage, creating an unrelenting cycle of analysis, prediction, and rumor propagation. The situation has essentially become a high-stakes chess match, with multiple stakeholders weighing moves, counter-moves, and consequences, all while fans remain in suspense, eagerly consuming every detail and rumor that surfaces, knowing that the story could explode further at any moment. Even the broader baseball community outside Los Angeles is captivated by the unfolding drama. Analysts, retired players, and pundits have joined in, debating what Roberts' outburst really signifies about team culture, managerial decision-making, and player accountability. Fan speculation includes theories about behind-the-scenes conflicts, potential distractions, and the possibility that Roberts is strategically leveraging the media to send a message either to the front office or to other players. The story has taken on a life of its own, becoming more than just a question of a single player's future. It's now a case study in sports psychology, media influence, and the intricate dynamics of professional teams. The ripple effect extends to fantasy leagues, betting markets, and even local economies reliant on Dodgers fandom. Every statement, post, or insider leak contributes to a growing narrative that combines uncertainty, anticipation, and excitement, keeping the baseball world glued to updates in real time, and proving once again how a single emotional moment on live television can escalate into a story that captures the imagination of fans everywhere. As the rumor mill continues to churn, the Dodgers themselves remain tight-lipped, refusing to provide definitive answers, which only fuels speculation further. The uncertainty is now almost unbearable for fans and analysts alike, as every development could signal a turning point in the saga. Insider chatter suggests that meetings between management and Roberts are ongoing, potentially aimed at damage control, strategy realignment, or preparing for negotiations that could involve Mookie Betts. Social media trends continue to dominate news cycles, with clips of Roberts' outbursts shared millions of times, each replay sparking renewed discussion, analysis, and rumor generation. The combination of emotional revelation, managerial tension, and player performance creates a narrative that is as captivating as it is volatile. One thing is clear: whether Betts stays or goes, the impact of Roberts' live meltdown has already left an indelible mark on the Dodgers organization, the league, and the global fan base. Everyone is watching, waiting, and speculating, because in professional baseball, few stories grip the imagination like a rumor that feels equal parts truth and drama, and this one has all the ingredients to dominate the conversation for weeks, if not months, to come. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.